Hey, what's happening everybody, and welcome back to DMV Gaming. How are you guys doing today? Okay, so today we are back with a PlayStation 4 pickups video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but we're back with these kinds of videos, so let's have a look at what we added to the collection. Let's go. Before we continue, don't forget that we are actually live streaming on Twitch right now. So if you guys have not yet checked out our Twitch channel, there will be a link down below in the description. Press that link, come drop us a follow. Would be awesome to have you guys hang out there as well. It's always a fun atmosphere talking to you guys. It's really chill. So come check it out. Would be awesome to have you there. Okay, so I actually was able to add another 10 games to my PlayStation 4 collection, so let's get straight into the ones that I actually bought. So the first one that we added to the collection is called Wargroove. Wargroove is basically a charming, intelligent strategy game that has a lot to like. It has you making all kinds of tactical decisions on the battlefield, and it finds a balance between easy to follow rules and it's hard to and a hard to master strategy. You can choose between about 12 commanders that lead the charge. Commanders are stronger and they can move further away than your regular infantry, and they all have a unique special ability that is known as a groove, hence the name Wargroove. Get it? Get it? Once it is charged up after attacking an enemy, grooves can be extremely useful. There's also online and local multiplayer for up to about 4 players, I think, and you can even create your own maps and campaigns, and that you can share those online. It's definitely worth it to check it out if this is your kind of game. Okay, so the second game that I was able to add to my collection is actually a game that I already played. It's one of the first games that I ever played on this channel back when I still did gameplay videos, and that is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Okay, so Uncharted: The Lost Legacy is actually set after the events of Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, and it makes you play as Chloe Fraser. We already know Chloe Fraser. She was already in games like Uncharted 2 and 3, I believe. This time, she finds herself in India in the midst of a civil war, while she's searching for a treasure that is called the Tusk of Ganesha. Helping her on that quest is none other than Nadine Ross, which is a mercenary leader that was introduced back in Uncharted 4 as well. After the events of Uncharted 4, she got out of the business that she was in, and she started doing treasure hunting as well. So they teamed up together, and that's how the story practically unfolds. They go searching for the treasure together. A pretty good dynamic between the two. It's actually kind of funny. Definitely worth checking it out. It is a spin-off that does not involve Nathan Drake, but it still feels like an Uncharted game, so it's definitely worth picking that one up. Third game I was able to add to my collection is called Atelier Riza, and a whole long name after that. Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout, that's what it is. And I gotta say, I got nothing. I really have no clue about what this game is all about. I know all these Atelier games revolve around alchemy, but other than that, I can't tell you anything about this game until I've played it. So, I'm sorry, I got nothing. The next game I was able to add to the collection is called Disgaea 1: The Complete Edition. I'm sorry, I'm always having a look if I'm actually holding this game good, because the lighting sometimes makes it so that you cannot see the game. But yeah, Disgaea 1: The Complete Edition. Disgaea 1 is actually a game that originates back to 15 years ago, if it isn't longer, back when it was released on the PlayStation 2. It is a strategic role-playing game that lets you create a party of characters that you can fully optimize through diverse complex systems. It's definitely a good entry game, together with Disgaea 5. So if you've never played those kinds of games before, definitely check them out. If you're looking for an entry game, a good first game to start off with to get into the hang of the game, 1 or 5 is definitely your pick. Next game I was able to add to the collection is called Mutant Year Zero. Mutant Year Zero is a RPG that you could call a mix between games like Fallout 1, Fallout 2, XCOM, you know, those kinds of games. It's a mix of real-time exploration, stealth, RPG elements, and turn-based combat. It is set in a post-apocalyptic world, like so many games, and that world is being plagued by natural disasters, deadly diseases, and nuclear disasters. The characters that you get to play with are actually mutated creatures, which definitely gives it a different spin. This game came out on the PC initially, but it has now also found its way to the PlayStation 4. Definitely check it out. Next game we were able to add to the collection is called Remnant from the Ashes. Remnant from the Ashes is a game that is basically a derivative from games like Dark Souls or Bloodborne. But this game is instead more heavily based on ranged gun-based combat. You fight with a team of 3 across randomly generated maps, and you slay boss monsters in the hope of earning extremely rare loot. The story itself, I still have to find out because I haven't fired this one up yet, but this is definitely to be continued. Another game we were able to add to the collection is called Darksiders Genesis. Darksiders Genesis is a game that plays completely different from its predecessors. It's actually more the style of dungeon crawler games like Diablo or Path of Exile, you know, just to give a few examples. The game actually sets itself before the first game, so Darksiders 1, so you could call it somewhat of a prequel. I'm probably not going to be playing this one very soon though, because I still have to make my way through the other games. But tell me, are they worth it? Let me know in the comment section down below, let me know. 2 more games that I was able to add to the collection are called The Surge 1 and The Surge 2. You could actually say that this game also got elements from Dark Souls and Bloodborne again, but this time it's being set in a totally different setting. You get to equip powerful armors, and you get to equip weapons, and the game feels like it's mostly focusing on melee combat. So for some reason that sounded really appealing to me. Also the setting seemed completely different, so I had to pick it up and check it out for myself. Check both of these games out for myself. So expect to see those on my streams on Twitch. And the last game that I was able to add to the collection is none other than The Last of Us Part 2. I've actually just started streaming The Last of Us Part 2, so there's not that much that I can already tell you about the story. I already got some major spoilers going on, but I'm not gonna say this on this video right now because I don't want to hurt anybody's feels. But yeah, it definitely feels like the first game again. Definitely does, and I'm really happy to be back in that world. Already came into contact with some clickers, scared the living shit out of me again. So the game is doing what it did in the first one, which I like very much. Okay, that's actually it for the PlayStation 4 pickups that I got recently. Which games did you like of them? Which games are you still looking into getting yourself? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to be seeing you guys on another video. So guys, take care, bye bye, and have a good one. See ya.